Hello, Big Reds, this is Mr. Fishel talking. This is going to be exam review video part 1. What I recommend you get is a sheet of paper, a sheet of graph paper, a straight edge of some type, a ruler or protractor. Those would be helpful, and of course a calculator. Please take notes because again these problems are not the exam problems, but they are similar to what's on the exam. Okay? We'll start off with this type of problem. It says, identify this type of transformation. Please be specific. Don't just say rotation, translation, reflection, or dilation. Okay? This type of problem is going to be in the multiple choice part of the exam. You always start with the pre-image points. These are the pre-image points because they don't have any marks by them. And these are the image points. And traditionally speaking, every quadrant you go around, that's 90 more degrees. So I'm starting from here and I'm going around 1, 2, 3 quadrants. So 3 times 90, or 90 times 3, it's going to be 270 degrees counterclockwise rotation. So this is how this is classified. It's a 270 degrees counterclockwise rotation. Or if I was going clockwise or going to the right, this would be a 90 degrees clockwise rotation. Okay. So usually we use counterclockwise, which is going to the left, 1, 2, 3 quadrants, which is 270 degrees counterclockwise rotation, or 90 degrees clockwise rotation. This is also a rotation. You see it's turning, it's rotating. Here now I'm going from, remember, the pre-image to the image. So I'm going to A prime, B to B prime, C to C prime, D to D prime. So this is going to be a 90 degrees counterclockwise rotation. That's important because on the exam it won't just say rotation, you'll have to specify how many degrees. Okay? Or this could be, if I was going the opposite direction, 270 degrees counterclockwise rotation. Zoom in a little bit. This is not a rotation at all. This has been flipped. If I had my patty paper, drew this on the patty paper, flip it, it's going to go over this axis, which is the x-axis. So this would be categorized as a reflection over the x-axis. Reflection over the x-axis. Right, this one right here, again, I'm starting from the A, going to A prime. I'm rotating it 2 quadrants, so 90 times 2 is going to be 180 degrees rotation. Now it doesn't matter which way I go, because if I go 180 degrees in either direction, it's going to give me the same image. Okay, so that's why it's 180 degrees rotation. Now, this type of transformation, you can see everything is in the same position. It's just moved. Okay, when I'm sliding something, this is called a translation. Right? And for translation, we do need to be able to write a rule or formula for this translation. So rules or formulas start off with x, y, and we have to see what's happening. So you could take any point. Let's start with A. I'm going to go from A to A prime and see what happens. So you can see I'm going to left, and then I'm going up. I'm going to left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's going to be x minus 7. I'm going up 1, 2, so it's going to be y plus 2. Another way you could think about this, if you're not sure how to do that, is if you look at this coordinates of A, which are 1, 3, coordinates of A prime, which are negative 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, negative 6, 5. Going from here to here, you see I'm going from 1 minus 7 gives me negative 6, and 3 plus 2 gives me 5. So you need to know both of these for the exam. This is another reflection, only this is a reflection that's being flipped. It's being reflected over the y-axis, so it's reflection over the y-axis. This is again a rotation. I'm sorry, this is not a rotation. This is a translation again. Translation, it's going to go, looks like A is going to go to the right 3 places. 1, 2, 3. So xy is going to go x plus 3, comma. From this point it goes down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the y minus 7. So it would be a translation, and this would be your rule or formula. Alright, I'm going to skip this one. This is another translation. You can see it's moving the left and down. Alright, now this one right here, these triangles are going to be similar triangles, and I'll tell you why. They're similar because you have vertical angles right here. Okay, these are vertical angles, and obviously these 61-degree angles, these are congruent as well. So you have 2 angles of one triangle congruent to 2 angles of another triangle, so they're similar by angle, angle. Okay? And if I was to write a similarity statement, I would write triangle THS is similar to triangle. Now I look at T. T has 2 marks, 61 degrees. This one, G, has 61 degrees. That means I'm going to start this one off with G. Then H's are congruent. That means S must be congruent to F. The corresponding parts have to be in the same positions. Now if I want to solve for X, I have to set up a proportion. So if I look at what looks like the longest side over here is 6. This 6 is in the same spot as this 9 is. So 6 over 9 equals x over 6. You see I'm going from the same direction. I'm going from smallest to largest, smallest to largest. Now to solve this proportion, I cross multiply and divide. So I multiply the 6's by each other, 6 times 6, and then I divide by 9. So I take 6 times 6, which is 36. 36 divided by 9 is 4, so x equals 4. This is another one, again, similar by angle, angle. But to solve this problem, again, I'm going to take 8 over 24, smallest to biggest, equals x over 15. I cross multiply, then I divide by 24. I divide by what's ever across diagonal from the x. So I take 8 times 15. You might want to use your calculator for this one if you're not quite sure. That's going to give me 120. And divided by 24, give me 5. So x equals 5. This is another one just like it. All right, now, scale factor, okay? One way, if I want to figure out what A prime was going to be, I have to look at the scale factor. I take the image divided by the pre-image. So in this case, I take B prime divided by B. I can take any one. I'll take the x value, so look at the x values. So I take negative 6 over negative 12. And that's scale factor. If I reduce this, negative 6 divided by negative 12 gives me 1/2. Okay? So that's my scale factor. Now if I wanted to figure out the missing coordinates over here, I could set up a proportion. I could take negative 6 over negative 12 equals x over 14 if I want to solve for the x value first. And if I cross multiply and divide, x equals 7. And if I do the same thing, negative 6 over negative 12 equals y over 10, I get y equals 5. All right. Sorry, I want to scroll that up just a little bit. I apologize. Okay, we're going to stop, continue on the next video.